Hey guys, just a reminder that this channel, The Entertain House, now has merch. You guys have been very supportive of the merch and become a housemate. Me and my dad have designed 10 different designs for you guys to enjoy. $35 each. Here's some photos of people in those shirts. Make sure you message my Instagram or comment below if you want a shirt. But let's get into another video. G'day guys, welcome to round 4 of the NRL. This is my tips for the round. I'm really looking forward to this video. There are some games that I'm looking forward to, and then there's other games that I'm really not looking forward to, but who knows, we could see anything. I don't think Penrith and Knights were expected to be as good as it was, so maybe there'll be another game like that with the Tigers and Titans, who knows. Anyway guys, let's get into my tips and let me know yours in the comments. So the first game on Thursday night kicking us off sees the Brisbane Broncos playing the Sydney Roosters. The Broncos obviously thumped by my Eels, 34 points to 6 to start off the restart of the NRL. The Roosters look quite red hot against the Rabbitohs, but as I said, I think they've got another level. Let's have a look at the team. So Mitchell Orbison is in, Ryan Hall is in jersey 20, Takiaho is in the reserves in jersey 18. I hope that he plays. I love Takiaho. As for the Broncos, Xavier Coates is in jersey 19. Tessie New is off the bench. I've heard he's good, so I'll keep an eye out. And Corey Pax in jersey 18. Matt Lodge in jersey 17 again. He didn't look completely fit. I reckon the Broncos are going to push the Roosters here. I think a lot of people will be on the Roosters 13+. The Broncos are a bit of a bogey team to the Roosters as well. They get a few wins over them. But I do think I'm going to tip the Roosters here. I'm going to go with the Roosters by 10 points. I think the Roosters should be too good with Orbison back in the side. I think that's a big inclusion. He is in the reserves though. He is in jersey 19. So we'll have to wait and see whether he does play. Lindsay Collins may be forced out of the side for Orbo, I'd say, and there could be a shift there. I think the control of Luke Keary against Anthony Milford should be too good. I think Tedesco against Asako, he should outrun him. So I'm going to go with the Roosters here, 24 points to 14. The next game is a really interesting one. It sees the Penrith Panthers, who have just drawn, which could be a massive part of finals inclusion, against the New Zealand Warriors, who have come off an 18-0 win to the Dragons. The best completion rate in the NRL. We move on to the next round, so we start to forget about that now, and we look forward to, what do we look forward to? Hopefully, the Warriors backing up that performance, and the Panthers chasing a win. Now, Caleb Aikens again at fullback against Tuivasa Sheck. Looking forward to Stephen Crichton. He looks great. He's actually starting, not on the bench. So Brent Naden is not in the side. As for the Panthers halves, Matt Burton and Jerome Luai again, as Nathan Cleary is still suspended. The Warriors coach Steve Kearney has gone with Cody Nikorima and Blake Green as his halves. Jermaine Brown in the jersey 8. So good lineup there. Off the bench, Jack Murchie, Posa Fasamali, who has come from the Sydney Roosters on a loan deal for the year. Harris Tavita in the reserves. And Brent Naden's in jersey 18 for the Panthers, so I guess he's not completely out. And Jack Hetherington is also in the reserves in jersey 20. Peter Hiku and Parsi are out for the Warriors. I think Parsi is quite a big loss. However, I'm going to stick my head out here and I'm going to go for a bit of an upset. I'm going to tip the Warriors by 6 points. I think I saw a real good performance from this team. I think they can hit the ground running with a win against Penrith. I do think that Api Coruscant will outplay Wade Egan at hooker. But I do think that we're going to see a better side of the Warriors. And the scoreline that I've got is the Warriors to win 18-12. So I'm backing the Warriors this week again over the Panthers. The next game at Amy Park sees the Storm play the Rabbits. The Storm are coming off a thrashing 22 points to 6. Canberra Raiders, they were fantastic. And the Storm, they do often rebound off a loss. So will they rebound this week? Well, we'll wait and see. Let's have a look at the lineup. Latrell Mitchell has been chosen at fullback again for the Rabbits. As I said, I didn't think he had a terrible game against the Roosters. There was no X factor, but he was good. So he's against Ryan Pappenhausen. Addo Carr against Alex Johnston. He's on the wing. Troy Dargan in again for Cody Walker. Jerome Hughes against Adam Reynolds. Brandon Smith off the bench. Bailey Siren off the bench. Branko Lee is in jersey 18. Riley Jacks is in the bench. Riley Jacks in number 16 for the Storm. Not bad. That's about it. Nelson Asafa-Solomona is suspended, so he will be out. Christian Welch starting at prop. I think that the Storm will respond from the loss to the Raiders at home. I think they'll win, and they'll win well. They normally put on a really high-scoring show. I don't think that'll be the case. I think the Rabbitohs' defence will stop them from scoring about 30, but they will get close to the 30. I'm backing the Storm to win 26 points to 12. I think for the Rabbits, they need Adam Reynolds to really step up and control the game, which I think he can do more than Jerome Hughes. But I think Cameron Smith is going to be real calm, controlled. The Storm are going to regroup, and this set restart rule obviously affects the way they play. And I think they're going to come out and they're going to show us how it's done. So I'm backing the Storm, 26 points to 12. The next game sees the Eels take on Manly. Now, I'm looking forward to this game. Unfortunately, I can't live stream it for you, so I really do apologise for that. I am out this night, have planned. The Eel taking on Manly. We have won 8 of our last 10 games against the Sea Eagle. Let's have a look at the ins and outs. There is none. None at all. There is just Will Smith, Oregon Kafusi, George Jennings, and David Gower in the reserves for the Eel. And the same thing for Manly. Brandon Elliott, Jack Kasaki, Morgan Boyle. Real tough game. This game should be a 2-point or even a golden point game. This is incredibly hard for me. I honestly think that Parramatta will beat Manly. I think the team they've got, if they're going to beat us, this is the team with their full strength. I think our forwards showed me enough last week that we can compete against the likes of Martin Tapau, Adam Fanua-Blake, Gutherson against Travojevic. I think Travojevic wins that battle. I'm going to go, you know what? I had the Eels by 12. I'm going to go the Eels by 7. I think this game is going to be so damn close, and I think Mitchell Moses is going to clutch win this. I think it's going to be 25 points to 18. There you go. 18-24, 9 minutes to go. Mitchell Moses kicks a field goal to clutch it. Manly pressing forward, big chance. But the Eels win. Now, I will not tip the Eels if I think they're going to lose. This is a game I genuinely, not confidently, but I genuinely think that we will win. It's at Bank West, which is a huge advantage, I think. We're against Manly. We've got a bit of a hoodoo mojo against them. And we're at full strength. So are they, but we're at full strength. So I'm going the Eels to win 25-18. The next game sees the Cowboys, who are coming off a win to the Titans against the struggling Sharks. The Sharks did not look good against the Tigers at all. Have they made changes? Chad Townsend is out. That is a huge loss. Matt Moylan will play in the halves in jersey number 6. It's been a while since he played there. As for the Cowboys, though, Jason Taumalolo is out. That is huge. Bone bruising to the knee means that Josh Maguire will shift to lock, Francis Molo to prop, and Gavin Cooper and Shane Wright join the bench. Shane Wright should come into the side, actually. He's in the reserves, not on the bench. He should come into the side, please, for Tom Gilbert, I'd say. Looking forward to the impact of Reece Robson. He made a big impact last week in the number 9 when Jake Granville gets a rest. Tough game to tip. Real tough game to tip. The Sharks are one of those teams that do respond to a loss, kind of like the Storm, and they do it quite often. No Taumalolo, no Chad Townsend. I'm going to lean towards the Cowboys here. I think their spine of Drinkwater, Holmes, even Masters was quite quiet last week, so I think he could have a big game. I'm going to tip the Cowboys by 8 points here. I think this game could be incredibly close due to the fact that these teams have lost some key players. I'm going to go for a high-scoring one where the defense isn't great. So I'm going to go Cowboys 28 and the Sharks 20. The next game sees the Raiders, who were sensational against the Storm. They played the Knights this week, so they're against the Storm last week. Anyway, Kalen Ponga is back for the Knights. Massive in for them. Bradman Best is in the centres, so that is really good to see him back there. What else do we have? Mitchell Pearce named in Jersey 7 against the freak himself, George Williams. Tom Starling in Jersey 18 for the Raiders. Bailey Simonson is in, and Jordan Rapana drops to the bench. I think it's good. I think Rapana's a great player, but I think Simonson has been trying to prove himself, so I'm really glad he's getting that chance. Andrew McCulloch for the Knights. He's in Jersey 9. He's in. First game. Chris Randall in Jersey 19 in the reserves. He had a fantastic debut. And Connor Watson is out. Ponga being in this side is making it hard to go past a 1-12 win for the Raiders. But I do think that the Raiders forwards can contain Newcastle from scoring points, whereas I think that the defense from Newcastle isn't fantastic. So I'm going to go with the Raiders 13 plus here. I'm going to go with the Raiders 26 points to 12. I think they were really good against Melbourne. I think they'll back it up, and the Raiders are the team to beat. And I think Newcastle, even though it was a draw last week, they suffer their first loss of the season. The next game sees the Titans against the Tigers. I definitely think the Titans are due for a win. Will it be this week? Well, let's have a look. Tyrone Roberts at fullback this week. Jesus Christ. Nathan Peets is out. Shannon Boyd is out. Does that mean Mitch Rain plays hooker? Aaron Clark plays hooker. Right, the Titans are a mess. Tigers, Corey Thompson is in Jersey 20. I saw Corey Thompson. This could be his new club, the Titans. Keep your eye out for that. Josh Reynolds in the reserves, Jersey 18. Michael Cheekham again in Jersey 21. Wonder if Josh Reynolds will play. Again, looking forward to the impact here of Billy Walters. He reminds me a lot of Brandon Smith. He was great meters and stuff last weekend. No big changes for the Tigers, but the Titans, they've completely reshuffled. I'm going to have to go with the Tigers here. I don't think the Titans will lose by more than 20 this week. So Titans fans, get around that. You're not going to get a big loss. You're only going to lose by 8 points. It's going to be a very close game, I think. I'm going to go with the Tigers 20 points to 12. I think the Titans are going to defend well. They're not going to let the second half be their downfall. They're going to contain the Tigers to an extent. However, the Tigers, they're going to run amok and they're going to win 20 points to 12. The final game of the round is Spoon Bowl, isn't it? The Bulldogs and the Dragons. Will one of these teams win the dreaded wooden spoon? Because they both looked an absolute bloody mess last week. They were terrible. As for the Bulldogs, they've stuck with their lineup. Kieran Foran, though, is in jersey number 6. That is a real good change for them. Brandon Wakeham is in jersey 22. Ofahigi Ogden in jersey 19. Sione Katoa in jersey 21. I spoke about Kieran Foran. Jack Cogger is out. Corbin Sims is out. I was going to back Corbin Sims first try scorer. Wow. So there you go, because I go with my gut. Jacob Host in jersey 20. Isaac Luke off the bench in jersey number 16. There's a few changes for the Dragons, so bear with me. Adam Clune is your halfback. Ben Hunt moves to 5'8" against Kieran Foran. And Corey Norman goes to fullback. I do not know how this game is going to go. I am worried for both teams that the loser of this game, coach, may just get sacked. Because the Dragons, their last win was against the Titans twice last season out of their last 10 games. And the Titans, not the Titans, and the Bulldogs, they looked an absolute mess over the weekend. They had no defense at all, and they're known for defense. But I'm going to go with the Dragons here. I think the Dragons should be a little bit too good. I think it'll be kind of close, and I think there'll be points from each team. This game literally could be 12-6. That's how shit I expect it to be. But I'm going to go with the Dragons 22-18. So Dragons fan, one of these teams, unless it's a draw, get excited. You're going to get a win because there's not much to be excited about. Alright guys, welcome back to Best Bets. I love doing this, but this week I only got half my winnings last week because of the draw, so I don't have too much to throw at you, but I'll give you some bets. So, 3 try scorers that I think will cross the line. We're going to Storm and Rabbits, where Cameron Munster on Friday night, $3.75. Real good price there. I think he'll be your first try scorer, but I think he will score in general. Blake Ferguson. He was quiet for the Eels last week. He's up against, is he up against George Tafua or Ruben Garrick? I can't remember, but he's up against one of the two. I'm going to go Blake Ferguson at $2. Not bad there. And Elliot Whitehead for the Raiders. He is a fast runner. He knows how to put the ball down. I think he's due a try. That's paying $26.25. Let's have a run through my first try scorers for the week. So for the Roosters and the Broncos, I'm going with Joseph Manu at $14. For the Panthers and the Warriors, I think the Warriors can hit the ground running. I'm going with Gerard Beale at $20. For Storm and the Rabbits, I touched on it at $19. Insane price. I think he scores a lot of tries against the Rabbits too. I'm going with Cameron Munster. As for Eels and Manly, he scored last week and he'll score again. I'm going with Brad Parker from Manly Seagulls. I think the Eels will win the game, but I think Manly might just score first. Cowboys and the Sharks. Well, I want to go with Gavin Cooper, but Gavin Cooper is not playing. So Gavin Cooper's position is taken by Mitch Dunn, paying $20. Raiders and Knights, I've gone for the roughie. I've gone with Elliot Whitehead at $17. And last two, for the Tigers and Titans, I've gone to the winger, David Nofaluma at $9 for the Tigers. And for Dragons and Bulldogs, I've gone with Ewan Aitken at $15. 2 bets I've chucked in that you should get. It's up to you if you want to get on board. I think there'll be a bit of fun. Top point scorer for the NRL. I think it'll come down to Mitchell Moses, who does score his tries, but I think Valentine Holmes at $10 is a fantastic price. 2 Dally M medal winners that I'm backing. Cameron Munster at $26. That's real nice. But at $9, so I've chucked $2.50 on. Tom Trbojevic is the Dally M medal winner this year. He's in 4th favourite at the moment. Josh Hodgson is another one I think is a bit of a roughie, but I think it's good to touch on this market weekly until it goes away. At the moment, Tommy Turbo is my pick for Dally M. My mega multi for the week at $34 that I think is a real good one. Roosters 1-12. I think the Broncos can contain them from being a blowout. Storm 13+. I think they respond with a big win against the Rabbits. Raiders 13+ is the one leg I'd be worried about in this multi. But I do think that the Knights' defense is not great. And then we're taking either team by 8 or less in the Bulldogs and the Dragons at $2. I do not see either team winning by a big margin. So either team by 8 or less is probably one of my best bets for the week. That's at $34.80. Let me know your tips in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Just a reminder, you saw at the start, I do sell merch. Get around the merch. I'm wearing some myself tonight for you all. Really looking forward to some more footy this weekend. There will probably be a live stream on BKR Sport. He'll be live streaming every game, but I'll probably join him for 1 or 2 games. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure we hit 2,000 subs soon. Let me know your tips in the comments, and I'll see you guys on the weekend.